Yes, it came from outer space to fill the world with terror.
Explodes and splatters the screen. You will die.
G'day guys, Liam Hill from Riverside Racing here. We're going to have a little bit of a talk about our Mustang Sports Sedan today. It's something we've had in the build for a little while now. It's a bit of a hobby project, however things have slightly changed in the recent times and we're going to tell you all about it.
Awesome, so can you tell us a little bit about how did this come to be? Like, why did you guys decide to build a Mustang?
The Mustang was something, it was a modern appealing shape to us, which also one of the major philosophies behind the car was to integrate as much aerodynamics as possible with the layout, the size, the cockpit position, everything about the car was exactly what we were after, so that's why we landed a Mustang.
And how did you get hold of Mustang panels? So, you know, when the car's still a relatively new car over here, I know when you started it, how'd that sort of come about?
It wasn't too hard actually, because all the pillars, everything was all just brand new panels where you can actually buy just about an entire Mustang in parts. So we just basically put all the outer skin panels, knocked them together so we could start fabricating the buck to eventually be turned into composites.
And with this car, are you sticking with a Ford power plant, or what are you going to do as far as that's concerned?
We're no longer sticking with the Ford power plant. So the car now has an 18-degree Chev in it, which has come out of another existing Holden Monaro, which is the bloke who's purchased the car, Michael Robinson. In the past few weeks, we've actually sold the car to Michael. We're putting his engine into the car. We've swapped it over to a Chev, and a little bit sacrilegious, but it'll do the job.
But that's very sports sedan, isn't it? To not to be worried too much about brand going into the same brand. And I think the big news right there that people might have not caught is that Robbo, who's involved with the Nationals and very involved with state, has purchased a Ford after being a Holden man for so long.
Yeah, he has. So he has got a little bit of bow tie in it with the engine, but yeah, he is in a Ford these days.
And can you tell us a little bit about how that came about? Had Robbo been looking at the car for a while, or was it a bit of a Christmas moment for him?
It was something we were looking at, either upgrading his Monaro, sort of bringing it to the next level, because we sort of did a fair bit of work to it to bring it up to pace, but to try and get to that sort of front pack of cars, she needed a bit further work on it, and so we tossed up between the ideas of, what was financially viable to spend on the Monaro versus starting fresh with a car that was already on the right path from the get-go. And eventually, I guess, you rip the band-aid off and you end up with a new car.